Yeah, yeah. RX back with another stream. This time it is Saturday night after some fights, which can only mean one thing, and that is we're having an after party. This time to UFC 325, a card that was pretty fucking terrible. What's up, Chrome? Saw you were in chat, or as I was hitting the live button. Yeah, shitty card. Um, I'm not sure what else I'm really meant to say there. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to talking about this card again, but I will. Yeah, it sucked. I don't know what else there is to really say there. Very little to praise about the card. It wasn't the worst card in the world, but it was again shit. I think last week's was much better. And yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I don't know another way I can really describe it. So I don't know. I like always when I called the card garbage all week. Maybe I was giving it a chance. I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna overperform and shock us. Nope. It was actually a little bit worse than I thought it would be, and yeah, well, not good. But we're gonna talk about it. Kind of an abbreviated recap, because obviously I'll be dropping the full recap tomorrow, even though, yeah, it's not gonna be much better than the abbreviated version, because a lot of this shit I don't want to talk about, or it's not worthy of the time it would take to talk about it, so, you know, oh boy. But, yeah, we'll talk about it, see what we thought, look at Go Milk rankings and all that shit. Also a little bit of a Royal Rumble rant, because, yeah, that was bad too. So, yeah, we'll talk about it, shall we? Mike's gonna cut out for a second while the screen share opens. Most Australia cards are ass. Yes, Chrome. They fucking are. I've been saying that all week. Excuse me. I've been saying that all fucking week because it's true. It's just true that these cards are always ass because, yeah, they have a lot of Australian fighters. But let's be honest, most of them are not good. And tonight was a fucking another example of that. So let's take a look at just that exact goddamn theory, idea, whatever the fuck term you'd like to use for it. I've been saying that same thing all week, and because it's fucking true. So let's talk about it. Beginning with Lawrence Louis versus Sula Rainbow. Got fighters flying 20 plus hours to a fight. Yeah, that's another. The fighters who are the hometown guys are ass, and the fighters who they're flying over there are usually ass. So, it's a double fucking whammy, and that's why we got this card. That was fucking terrible. Beginning with Lawrence Louis versus Sula Rainbow. I told you, I just know that you have comments in chat. Shout out to Chrome. I believe the only person I've really talked to all week. Yeah, shout out, and shout out to the first fight of the night for being perfectly mid. I'm gonna be honest, I would be lying if I said I paid attention to this fight fully because I was watching the Royal Rumble. But what I did catch of the fight, it wasn't that good. Trivia fooled me. Welcome to the club. The guy who could have easily won by wrestling, said no to wrestling. Genius. But a guy who did wrestle was Lawrence Louis, and pretty much just putting a pace on Sula Rainbow for 3 rounds. Round 1 was close, round 2 and 3 very clear. I don't know how people are calling this a robbery. Maybe I didn't pay attention to this fight close enough, because I didn't. But even from what I saw, I don't think it was a robbery. And Yeah, Louis won this fight. I said the odds shouldn't have been that fucking wide, man. I fucking said the betting odds shouldn't have been that wide. And, yeah, he got the win. Looked fine. Very one-dimensional showing here. Could have done a little bit better, but I think he'll get better. Sula Rainbow, 20 years old, very young. He'll get better from this. Wasn't a great fight. I think this was the weakest of the three road to UFC fights in execution. And, yeah, it was what it was. Nothing special at all. Pretty much just Louis walking down Rainbow, grappling him and all that for at least 10 minutes, 15 if you want to give him round one. And, yeah, not great. It was what it was. Compared to some other shit on this card, it's actually not the worst. Better than a few of the fucking main card fights. But yeah, it was overall just not very good. Louis just put a pace on him that Rainbow couldn't really handle. Got him the win. Good for him. And, yeah, not really much else to say there. Then we get to the first actual highlight of the night. There wasn't many, beginning with for this one, the only, 2, not 3 knockouts of the night? 4, and let's be honest, 2 of them were TKOs. So one of the only 2 real knockouts of the night we had in that fight that was actually probably the highlight of the whole goddamn card. In our second fight of the night at featherweight, Keiichiro Nakamura versus Sebastian Cezle, or I forget how they fucking said it. I'm gonna say Cezle because I don't give a fuck. Yeah, this fight was going exactly as I thought it would for the first 10 minutes. Sebastian kind of just pieced him up and was the better striker like he has been in all his fights so far. Through 10 minutes, easily up 2-0 going into the third. But Nakamura was the fresher fighter in round 3, really starting to land on Sebastian really decently, and had no idea who the first couple fights. Yeah, most people didn't. These were the road to UFC finales there. I can't compare to Tough, and I can't compare to Contender Series. It's a fucking tournament they do over in China for smaller fighters, and the Australians have taken over, and well, at least not. They went 2-1 here. Yeah, it should just be a part of a UFC card. Probably not, but this and this were 2 of the best fights on the cards, sadly. And yeah, again, this was probably the best moment of the night. Round 3, Nakamura landed a beautiful timed knee, knocked Cezle pretty much out, if not either out, or if you wanted to say he got knocked fucking silly. And I got Nakamura the comeback win. Hell of a fucking win for Nakamura. What people pretend Rufy is, let's be honest. Nakamura is way better. And yeah, this kid's good. This kid's very good. How good is Cezle for keeping him pretty much in the fucking dust for 2 rounds? That's for you to decide. But yeah, Nakamura finally just got his timing down, became the fresher fighter, got to knockout. Good shit. I said this was going to be the best prelim on the card. On paper it was, and in execution it actually fucking was. And yeah, it was a very good fucking comeback win for Nakamura. I think the Teixeira and Tuivasa sloppy mess was the best fight on the card. I think that was the worst fight on the card. Like, a sloppy mess fight can be amazing, like at Gaethje and Patty last week, but that was not even a sloppy mess fight. That was a talentless fight. Like, nothing happened. They just laid on each other for 15 minutes. And trust me, I'll get to that fucking slop fest in a little bit. But yeah, no, I think that was the worst fight of the night. If that's a fight that was so fucking bad, it's definitely in contention for getting both guys cut. We know Tuivasa's getting cut. Do they keep Teixeira after that? I don't fucking know. It was good. To an extent, I could see, I see the point, but I don't agree. I think it was so bad, it was bad. But, I am not against that point. So, again, all I remember is Teixeira laying on Tuivasa in round 3, them throwing like 10 strikes over 5 minutes. Oh yeah, it was a sloppy fucking mess. But what can we expect? UFC can only blame themselves for putting that shit on the main card when I think everyone with two eyes saw that was fucking garbage. So what else can I say? It was almost Kimbo versus the Dada fight. Yeah, I think Kimbo and Dada was a higher level fight. God, thank God they were in Australia, man. If they had that fucking Teixeira fight in fucking Denver or Mexico, they would have died. So, fucking UFC, man. And at least Taito Iwata's gone. So, look at the bright side. And, yeah. God, that fight was bad. But the fight that was not bad was Nakamura's good knockout. Beautiful time to get the win. Welcome to the UFC. I think the kid's very good with a little more time developing. I think he'd be really good giving him like 2 can-ish fights and then put him really in there with someone decent and see how he does. I think the kid's good. And I think Sebastian Sosley is very good as well. I think he's definitely a guy who should stay, get signed, or return you want to use. He's fucking good. He got caught, but he's really fucking good. And, yeah, really fun fight, very good comeback. No idea how Nakamura didn't get a bonus, but whatever. An official bonus, not the knockout, whatever the fuck bonus. But yeah, it was what it was. Excuse me. Yeah, cool win for Nakamura. Good knockout. Highlight of the card, to be honest. And yeah. Simple. Volk is boring. Actually, I'm putting that on the goddamn screen because I fucking agree. Yeah, that was bad. That was, ever since that Ilya fight, Volk has not been the same. He runs away now. There's not much to say. He runs away and it's super fucking lame, so... Great. What else can we say? Yeah, I 100% agree. I think the fuck. I didn't think they could have a worse fight than their first fight, but they did. Yeah, he never even acting like Volk was the most exciting in his fucking prime. Let's be honest. The hallway fights were never anything special. Like, I remember when he fought all those, that was boring as fuck. The fucking zombie fight was pathetic. Not which is not Volk's fault. What was the only fight of it that was great was the Ortega fight, and that's because Ortega is Ortega. That's the best fight of Volk's career, hands down. Everything else has kind of just been meh. Like... No, him and Islam one was great as well. So, outside of the Islam first fight, which he won, and Ortega, what folk fighter you're gonna remember? 2 shitty Diego fights, 3 pretty fine Holloway fights. Am I forgetting a title fight he had? I don't think so. It's that's Volk, man. That's... All those CKB guys are not fucking entertaining. Izzy, Allberg, Volk. So his most exciting fight, he almost got finished. Both of them. Well, he didn't almost get finished by Islam, but yeah, Ortega, yeah. If we just went off featherweight, yeah, I fucking agree. So, like, Volk's fights are just bleh. So he's really fucking good. There's obviously no debate there. He's the greatest featherweight of all time for a goddamn reason. But like, dude, he is boring. Like, every time I say this, people act like it's an insult. It's not. It's just a fact. He had, in both Diego Lopez fights, he ran away. Can I blame him? No, Diego Lopez is fucking phenomenal and hits really hard. But it's the fucking truth. He ran away this whole fight. He ran away in the first fight. So it is just what it is. It sucks to see him get more boring. And he's still more exciting than Hamzat Islam. Who else is champion? I think Piotr's more exciting. Ilya's obviously Ilya. What else should I say? But it's like, that's the only reason he's more exciting than those guys, because he's fucking a striker. He's a fucking striker. So Yeah, I don't know, it's sad. We see why they're letting him duck Lerone Murphy, because he would have lost. He would have, if he fought Lerone Murphy tonight, he would have lost. He didn't even look that fucking great. He just did the things that he did in the first fight. He didn't have to change much. So, it's sad. It's fucking sad to see Volk become boring as fucking possible, but that's what it is, man. And again, I'll tell you, if you take away Ortega in the first Islam fight, what fight of Volks are you ever gonna remember? So he isn't more exciting than any of those guys. He's more exciting than Hamzat and Islam. Again, I would rather watch both Diego Lopez fights 3 times than Islam JDM or Hamzat Drakus. Like, a boring striker will always be better than a boring wrestler. It's that simple. So, I'd much rather see a boring striking match than a boring grappling match. Seeing an oh shit moment from Bulk. An oh shit of like, oh shit, I can't believe you just fucking did that. The one that comes to mind is the 5th round against Islam, where he dropped him and all that. That was an oh shit moment. Outside of that, like, Zombie was just sad. He never dropped Holloway. Ortega, he kind of beat the shit out of. The oh shit moment was actually from Ortega. He didn't do shit against Ilya. And then Diego. So, he landed good shots on Diego, but Diego just has fucking an insane chin. Again, the Aldo, and no one even fucking remembers he fought Aldo because it was fucking boring. So it's just sad that Volk is boring now. He's a point fighter. He's a complete fucking point fighter, which is still better than a lay and pray guy any day of the goddamn week. But it's fucking boring. Like, he's still more exciting than fucking Izzy. He's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not Izzy in fucking Cannoneer or whatever, where he literally runs away. But Volk is not far off, which is sad. But yeah, it's very annoying to see Volk. I don't know if annoying is the term, but it's just like disheartening. Is that the right term? I don't really know. To see Volk just be very meh in back-to-back fights over a year goddamn span. So, like, he's clearly not the same guy he was. And the Yair win was good. I forgot about that. That was, I don't know if an oh shit moment, but that was probably the best, like, exciting Volk performance we've ever seen, when he just beat the shit out of him and actually finished him. That was good, but outside that, it's like, what are we really grasping at? So, I don't know. It's, again, just, that's Volk. He's really fucking talented, and he's, of course, again, first ballot Hall of Famer. Well, who knows what that term means anymore. But in 2026, a Volk fight does not get me excited. I'm guessing he's gonna retire, which it's fucking weird, but I'm guessing he's gonna fight Lerone next, and does that fight get you excited at all? Nah, I'm not really. I'm more excited for that than tonight's fight, because I think it's a very high chance Lerone wins. But, like, outside of that, Volk and Evoyev would be fucking dreadful. And there's no one else right now. Him and Gene Silva would be fun, because Gene would knock him the fuck out, but you're not doing that right now, so I don't know. Them two, I'm more than okay for moving on from the Volk era at this point. I would much rather see the belt start getting contested between Lerone, Evoyev, Gene, Garcia, guys like that, but Volk's still king, He never should have fought Diego again here, but he is still king, still one of the best in the world, and yeah, we'll see what happens next time out. It's Wolfie for you. But moving out, I know I pretty much just gave my thoughts on that, but I don't mind talking about shit. To actually have people in chat, I don't fucking mind. I would have already probably been done with stream by now. No one's here, so I very much appreciate it. But to continue, 5 of his 8 title defenses were against Holloway Lopez. And let's be honest, 2 of them should have never happened. The Max trilogy should have never happened and was clear of that. And the Lopez rematch should have never happened. He should have been fighting guys like fucking Lerone. I don't know who the fuck else there was at the time. Him and Marab would have been sweet, but Marab I don't think ever would have moved up. So it's kind of like what was he really gonna do? The Ilya rematch was never gonna go good for him. I don't know. So, yeah, it's just not been great for Volk the last couple years. Like he's not had a good. The last fight you can say was good was Jair, and that was 2-3 years ago. So every fight they kick jab and then circle away. Yeah, not as like kick heavy, and not that he still trades more than Izzy. But yeah, he has completely turned into a point fighter, which is a fucking shame because, again, not even saying Volk was some. Oh, and you want to really be pissed off, Chrome? Diego and Volk got fight of the night. Again. Both their fights got fight of the night. That fight sucked. I would have rather gave goddamn fucking Hooker and Benoit fight of the night. So, like, again, we're not even trying to act like Volk was ever the most exciting to begin with. He wasn't. But Volk has an exciting fight if he has an exciting partner to give him that fight. Brian Ortega, for example, or the Islam fight, which was just him beating Islam's ass, which is very exciting. But let's fucking be honest. The only time any fighter was trouble was when Lopez had Volk's back. Would I even say Volk was ever in trouble there? I don't think so. Like tonight, yeah, Volk landed that big right hand that wobbled Lopez's legs. But that's about it. We knew he was never going to finish him. And then in the grappling, yeah, both guys got guillotines at one point, but never really too close. Like, I would say the closest, the only time I was like, oh, he might actually get this was the armbar right at the end of the fight. I was like, okay, maybe he could get this. It was a fucking shot in hell, but maybe. But I was like, that fell short, and he got his face sat on after that, so great. But, yeah, it was just bad. I don't know another way to fucking put it. It was just a bad fight. So, the end of round 2 when Lopez had his back. I don't think much would have came to that. I think it would have been just like round 5 when Volk was able to shimmy him off pretty soundly. But maybe in a different world he chokes him out, but I fucking doubt it. I think Volk is almost unsubmittable, if that's the word. So, I'll say to this day, if Ortega didn't submit him when he got that guillotine, I don't think anything's ever going to submit him. So, I could think there 10 out of 10 fighters are going out in that fucking guillotine by Ortega outside of Volkanovski. So what does that tell you? He almost had the RNC in, but the bell rang. I think Volk would have probably been able to fight out of it. I would imagine, maybe I'm wrong, but I would imagine he probably would have been able to fight out of it. I wouldn't mind seeing that and seeing Diego sub him though. But yeah, maybe if he fucking took the same school of grappling as Dan Hooker, because I don't know, either Dan Hooker has really good grappling or submission defense, or Benoit Saint-Denis sucks at submissions. I guess that's for you to decide. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's really difficult to get excited for a Volk fight at this point. Again, I wasn't excited for this fight. I was excited for their first fight, but man, that was also in like the 4th or 5th round. Do you have strength to pull off? Yeah, Like, Lopez had more moments in this. Well, he did drop Volk in the first fight, so maybe not, but he did have a moment or two tonight where it's like, oh, maybe he'll get it. Never on the feet. He never really hurt him. But I guess in the grappling, he did a little bit better. Again, he had a few moments. But Volk is just fucking hard to submit. And again, if Ortega didn't submit him, and I'm counting the fucking triangle choke he got Volk in right after the guillotine. If those didn't submit Volk, I say nothing fucking will. So, yeah, I would be amazed to see Volk ever get submitted because he's just that fucking good. So, and his grappling has gotten better. Definitely gotten better. So he's just great. Volk is great. Just he's so great that he just knows how to point fight and win. So let's be honest, neither guy here took any fucking damage. Diego took some shots, but he will be healed up and could easily fight by the White House guard. And Volkanovski took fucking nothing here. He could easily fight in April. So they took more damage in the first fight. So, but it was just what it was. It wasn't that fucking good. Patty Gaethje was so much fucking better. It was so much fucking better. Frick, if you want to say, oh, but it was a sloppy mess. Yes, it fucking was, and it was better for that fucking reason. This fight was too fucking technical. Volk just stuck and moved and ran away. So another thing. Also makes it hard to submit him as well. You can't get any leverage on him because he's that's another fucking thing. Like that's the one problem Lopez clearly had. He's like on that fucking arm bar. The second his arm extended, it's just slipped out because it's so fucking short. It's like throwing a goddamn hot dog down a hallway. It's like it's gonna just slip out. It's so fucking tiny. So out of context, that clip could sound bad, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Volk's good, man. Well, I don't know what else to really say. And let's not fucking look past Diego here. Diego is still one of the best in the division. He just can't beat Volk. He just can't beat Volk. Do I think Diego beats Lerone? High possibility. I think he beats Evloev in a rematch. He'd beat Sterling. He'd beat, I think he'd beat Arnold Allen. He'd beat Gene. But Diego just can't get past Volk, and that's kind of been Volk's career. Max couldn't beat him. I don't care about the second fight. Don't start. Fucking Ortega fucking had him beat twice and couldn't get to finish. And now Diego. So the only guys to really beat Volk are Islam when Volk had no camp, and Ilya when Ilya's fucking Ilya. And so those are your only two dudes to really beat Volkanovski. And again, let's be honest, one of those losses is fucking shaky at best, and the other is Ilia Topuria, who is the best fighter in the world. So, yeah, I do agree with. I do think Diego's game plan here was terrible. I don't know why he's trying to fight smarter. You're not gonna win a technical battle against Volk. Diego is super fucking talented. But Diego's not more technical than Volk, and he was never going to win that way. His best way of winning this fight was making it a brawl. You wanted to turn this into Gaethje and Holloway. You wanted it to turn into a fucking brawl where there are chins in the air and someone can get cracked. Because more than likely, you ain't going to be the one going out. Volk would be, but Diego wanted to be more technical. And it cost him. And plus, in round 5, what the fuck was he doing trying to grapple? You need a finish in round 5 against Volkanovski, and you choose to try and submit him? A guy who, again, is probably impossible to submit. I don't get that. All Ilya did was walk forward and throw strikes and eventually caught Volk. Yeah, Diego could easily do the same thing if he knew how to cut off the cage as good as Ilya. He's bigger, he has great power. He could easily have done that, but he just never really was able to make that read and do it. So I think Diego's still great. He's probably gonna win his next fight. He'll probably fight like fucking Sterling or whatever, and he'll win because he is fucking phenomenal. But he just fucking can't beat Volkanovski right now. Excuse me. I got a lot of fucking drink tonight to stay awake and make it through this fucking card. So, yeah, I don't fucking know, man. It was not great. That's the long and short of it. It was far from great, and yeah, just bad. Again, this getting 5 of the night is fucking pathetic. There's no world where that was a fight of the night on any fucking card. Literally, there was the first fight was better. That's all you need to fucking say is the first fight was better. And the first fight was not that good. But it was actually fucking better. This fight was boring. I guarantee you most of us, at least for me, will not remember much from this fight tomorrow when we wake up. What are you meant to fucking remember? Diego failing at submissions, Volk running away? Like, what the fuck are we meant to remember here? So, it was this fight going the way that it did proved every fucking point right about why this fight was stupid that I said, that a lot of people fucking said. It's the same guy that, well, Max is a lightweight now, so it's Volk and Lopez, and yeah, I agree, Ilya gone. I think Volk and Diego are the two best featherweights, but it's time to give someone else a shot at Volk, and what should have been tonight, it should have been Lerone and Volk, but fuck that idea, I guess. Yeah, if Volk did retire tonight, like obviously he didn't, but hypothetically, if he would have retired tonight, Diego would have been the best featherweight in the world, but he wouldn't have been champ. So, I think Diego will hold the belt sooner than later when Volk does retire, because again, I think he beats Lerone, I think he beats Evloev, etc., but just he can't get past Volk, which is not a bad thing, neither could Max Holloway. So, what can you really say? Yeah, it's just Volk's Volk. He's still one of the best. He is still great. He is the greatest featherweight of all time for a reason. And it just sucks that he's become a boring point fighter. But that's what happens to two guys who train at City Kickboxing. They become point fighters. So I can think outside of Dan Hooker, who we'll talk about later for being just shitty. Who the fuck else is there in that camp that's not a boring kickboxer? So, I don't know, it's a shame that Volk has got boring more than before. And, yeah, what else is there to really say? So, we'll see. We probably won't see Volk till, I wouldn't be shocked if we don't see him till like November, December. I would be down to see maybe co-main in MSG. That'd be kind of sweet. But we'll see. So Lopez is at his best when he is brawling against Volk. He does none of that. Yeah. Against Volk. Yeah, I agree. For some reason, he would not fight Volk. I don't know why. For 10 rounds, he now has fought Volk, and it's the only guy that he did not fight like Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez does his best when it's a chaotic fight, and he does not make it chaotic against Volk either, because A, I guess he can't, or B, he just doesn't. He's just fucking gun-shy against Volk, and I don't get it. Volk's not a dude with power. He's not gonna knock you out. Fight him, but for some reason, he just decides not to. And it's fucking frustrating, and there isn't the goddamn words, so what else can you really say? If he would fight Volk like he did Gene Silva, he'd probably beat him, but he doesn't. Volk is not a one-punch. No, the dude has never been a one-punch KO guy. The only guy he's ever fucking finished is Yair. That's because Yair sucks. Let's be fucking honest. Like, Zombie, he really didn't even finish. Herb Dean just saved fucking Zombie from dying. He never really was able to hurt Max too badly. He never really hurt Diego too badly outside of a few shots. He never did shit to Ilya. Like, yeah, he hurt Islam. He hurt Islam. Shocker. Outside of that, like, he'd never been a finisher. Like, maybe early in the UFC career when he's fighting fucking bums. When he fought goddamn Darren Elkins, yeah, he was probably getting finishes then, but he is not a finisher. He's not a powerful fighter. So, like I said on being bring Conor back to the fight, don't make. Well, fucking Conor, right now, Conor couldn't make featherweight if he fucking tried. Prime Conor at featherweight right now, yeah, he'd be champ. I think he'd beat Volk. Yeah, he'd probably beat everyone. He'd probably be able to beat Diego. So, yeah, Prime Conor would do wreck shop. Obviously, a Prime Volk would beat the shit out of Conor. But yeah, Prime Conor would wreck shit at featherweight right now. How weak, not weak, but how kind of not like maybe weak is the right term compared to what featherweight has always been, a really strong weight class. Now it's strong, but it's like with Volk around, it's kind of hard to picture anyone being champ. And let's be honest, outside Diego, it's hard to see Lerone being champ. It's hard to see. Well, Evloev's never going to touch the belt. Sterling's never going to touch the belt. Gene would be a weird champion. Steve Garcia's there. Kevin Vallejos. Conor Scherz did keep the fight standing. That I don't think Conor could have made that cut too many more times. So, like, I get why he moved up for numerous reasons, but yeah, his prime ended when he left featherweight. But he beat Eddie Alvarez. Yeah, Eddie Alvarez sucks. Like, let's fucking be honest. So, yeah, I 100% fucking get why Conor moved up. But yeah, his prime was at featherweight, and yeah, he was great. He was fucking great. Motivated, focused, featherweight Conor. Few are better. And the few that are better are Volk and Max at featherweight. A prime Volk and a prime Max. And I think both those fights could be debatable. Maybe. We already saw him beat a prime Aldo. So he can't be in the conversation, and that is fucking better. But yeah, I don't know, but yeah, God, these guys are lucky Ilya left, or Ilya would be on like his 5th title defense already. Could clearly seeing how Diego fights Volk. God, what the fuck would Ilya do to Diego? Ilya would literally be on like his 5th or 6th title defense already at featherweight. So if Ilya would have stayed at featherweight and could stay at featherweight, he probably would have became the featherweight GOAT by now. But obviously he wanted to go up to lightweight, so he couldn't stay and he wouldn't. So yeah, there's about that. So yeah, no, not really too much else to say there. He kind of fell in multiple weight classes, which most guys would never do. Yeah, lightweight, he did challenge himself. It was against the weakest era of lightweight champs in RDA and Eddie Alvarez. One of them he didn't even fight. He would have beat RDA though. And then welterweight. Well, I guess he did fight at welterweight, but he never who did he fight at welterweight? Nate. I guess he challenged himself at welterweight. He never got that Woodley or Usman fight, which he probably would have won, to be honest. But that's for a different fucking day. Yeah, I don't know. What a good old Conor. Conor had a good career. Featherweight Conor had a good career. Everything after is definitely washed Conor. Yeah. Oh, Eddie Alvarez. Ooh. I'm so impressed you beat up the worst lightweight champ of the last 15 years. I'm so impressed you beat up the worst lightweight champ in the last 15 goddamn years. Um, one of the oh yeah, well, fuck, I really calling Cowboy a challenge, the guy who shits himself in big fights. Poirier, I think the the third fight was at welterweight. I think maybe, but yeah, Cowboy was at welterweight as well, which that's not a fucking challenge. Again, Cowboy, the king of shitting himself in big fights. Especially, and I was a washed Cowboy by that point anyway, so I don't know. So, but he's gonna fight Masvidal at the White House, yeah. I fucking bet. I'm very sure that even Dana laughed at that fucking dumb shit. So, yeah. Like I said, Connor had a good career, and, yeah, pretty good. Let me get back to talking about these fights. Most of these ain't worth a lot of time to talk about, so everyone said Connor was watched for that. Cowboy fight too. Oh yeah, like I said, if he's not at featherweight, everything after featherweight Connor was washed. Again, Daddy fight, oh boy, you beat Eddie Alvarez. The Diaz fights, washed. Floyd, Khabib, Cowboy, Poirier, washed. And for some of those, he was still decent, but he wasn't as good as he was. He has never and will never get back to the level of the ability that he had at featherweight. So lightweight, he was all right, but again, look who he fought there. He either lost or beat Eddie Alvarez and maybe beat Nate, and yeah, lost to Dustin, beat Cowboy at welterweight. Um, he had a okay little run after, but after moving up, his only wins were Eddie, Nate, and fucking Cowboy. So not really anything to be that fucking impressive compared to Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo at featherweight. So Connor picked the right time to move up because if he would have moved up a bit sooner, or a bit earlier, or a bit later, he probably would have not become a double champ. Because let's not would like Khabib beat him, so we know how that would have went. He's lucky he ducked Tony, who would have whooped his ass. Yeah, so it is what it is. Connor just got right place, right time. Good for him. So, yeah. But, yeah. I can believe I forgot to continue talking about this card. It's so shitty. Again, good thing most of these fights are not worth much time to talk about. So, let's get them out of the way. If he went up sooner, he would have fought Pettis for the belt. That would actually be a super fucking intriguing fight. And I was like, that's what came into my head, him fighting Edgar, Bendo, and Showtime, which he would probably beat Bendo. A prime Edgar? That would be interesting. Probably would. He would probably be able to crack Edgar if Gray Maynard could. And Showtime has peak. Connor has peak. Limbs flying. That would have been fucking amazing. But instead he got RDA and Eddie Alvarez. Those, yeah, it's so difficult. We can just cut off that moment of lightweight. We can go from Showtime to Khabib. Let's just fucking be honest. Yeah, lightweight was dark for a while. For a little bit. To go from Showtime to RDA and Eddie Alvarez. Ugh, yeah. RDA is fine, but he's never champ level. And Eddie Alvarez sucks. So, yeah, pretty self-explanatory there. Something that did not suck is our last road to UFC fight. that being Damar Fan versus Sang-Yuk Kim or Sang-Wook Kim, whichever way you want to say it, because tautology and everything else is different. So, well, that's for I guess everyone else to decide. But yeah, this was a decent fight. This fun. Was out the picture by then. It was Bendo, Pettis, and RDA. Yeah. Again, he'd probably beat. Bendo's a really weird. Connor Bendo is weird, but he probably wouldn't have. And obviously, he would have beat RDA's ass easily. Pettis is the only actual debatable one by that point. And, yeah, I don't know how that one goes. Probably would take Connor. But, yeah, that's a really, Showtime had grappling more than Connor ever did, so it was a really tough debate. Speaking of grappling, Damar Fun, and saying Wook Kim, the fight was fine, nothing too spectacular. It was decent for what it was, better than I actually expected. A lot of clinch work and a little bit of striking. Fan was just a better fighter. Over 15 minutes. Kim had a little moment here and there, but overall it was the Damar Fan show, winning a clear 30-27. I struggled to really make a case for Kim getting around outside of maybe round one, even though I think pushing your luck a bit. And yeah, pretty sound fight. I predicted this to be the easiest one of the three. More difficult than I thought it would be, but Fawn still got the win. Kim put up a better effort than I thought, but still not very much to write home about. Good to see Fawn's striking getting better, and welcome to the UFC, buddy. Not really too much to say there. Then we had our featured early Priyama fight. I'm not going to waste much time on because it was bullshit. We had Khan Awful versus Yi Za or Za Yi. 5 letters, 1 word. Yeah, this fight was not great. Mainly because it was a fucking robbery. Yeah, there's no world Khan Awfully won this fight. It's either a 28-28 draw or Yiza won 29-27. So, Benno was champ when Connor got to the UFC. Yeah, that's what probably never gonna happen. So, it's a weird stylistic matchup. Unless Connor started his... That's a really weird what if. What if Connor started his career at lightweight? Everything would be different. Who would he have fought? Would he have got to the belt? How much would everything change? The rise of Khabib? Would he have fought Tony? Would he have ran into Michael Johnson, who would somehow found a way to beat him? Would he have rematched with Joe Duffy? Actually, he probably would have. I could 100% see, instead of, who did he fight in that main event, Ireland? J.O. Brandao? That would have been a Joe Duffy rematch. So... Yeah, until he had to fight Khabib. Again, if you think he beats Showtime, I get it, and more than likely I would imagine he does. But there are some fights there that could have been a lot more challenging for him. Again, he beat Chad and Aldo, but he was much bigger than Chad, so taking away having that size advantage at featherweight, being a lot faster and bigger and more powerful than everyone, and putting him in a weight class right off the bat, where A, it's a deeper weight class, B, it's not guys he's much bigger than. It would have been a young, inexperienced Connor. It would have been intriguing. Again, more than likely, worst case, I think he would have got to the boat and lost. Unless, let's say a hypothetical, what if he fights Khabib early? What if it's like his 4th UFC fight and he fights Khabib? He loses. Or if he fights Tony early, he probably loses. Maybe not Tony. Young Tony wasn't all that. But probably, if a 12-fight winning streak, Tony, good fucking luck. Again, you had... like that, like not even trying to be funny. Clay Guida would have gave him fits on the ground because Connor, especially younger Connor, couldn't grapple for shit. And he grappled Max. Yeah, that's because Max was like 12 years old. So, like, there's really a lot of what if he would have ran into fucking a primer cowboy. It's really intriguing just to think about what Connor would have fucking how Connor's career would have changed if he started at lightweight instead. What the fuck would have happened at featherweight? Who was gonna beat Aldo? Like would Aldo have held the belt till Max got the shot? Would Mendes have ever beaten him? Would fucking Jeremy Stevens or who was another guy who was top of that weight class? Fucking Dennis Seaver. Um, like, so would Aldo have like broken DJ's record from a defenses, which didn't even happen yet? Or so. Yeah, it's fucking intriguing to think how much everything would change if Connor's career started at UFC career started at lightweight. Huh. That's really fucking intriguing. What if? Hmm. I don't. I wonder if anyone's ever fucking talked about that. Like, hmm. That's really fucking interesting, actually. Actually, I wonder something. I don't want to really move the page too much, but for the love of the game, if my mic cuts out, me apologizes. That fucking feud with Poirier when have the no, there we go. My bad. Shit crashed. You see why I don't try and move shit around. No, oops. My bad. God, fucking doing anything, trying to move anything around, fucking breaks everything. Um, if my mic cuts out for a second, just let it be. I'll bring it back. You see why I keep it on one thing without removing much for the all stream. So, but for the love of the game and the love of a really good what if, yeah, we're gonna see what Lightweight was looking like when Connor debuted. Yeah, bored. First time actually having an active stream in a fucking while. And enjoy it. This fucking Shakur card is still going. How many guys were there on the bunch of fucking guys? Stop doing that stream. God damn it. Piece of shit. Connor would have been joining this division. When he debuted, had guys like Bendo, Edgar, Maynard, Diaz, Showtime. Think about Connor might have fought Nate early. Think about that one. She would have probably ran into Jim Miller, who might have been an issue. A decent Diego Sanchez. Fucking Joe Lozon was still decent at the time. Edson Barboza was still good. Dude, Connor could have actually had some real issues here when he was rejoined sooner. Michael Chiesa was young. Moist critical in the UFC. Yeah, how fucking intriguing is that? What if? I'm gonna keep that one in mind. A young ally Quinto. Khabib was only, what was Khabib at this point? 3 fights in. Crazy. Fucking crazy. So, TJ Grant, no one remembers him. Injuries ruined his fucking career. So, yeah. But, yeah. There we go. Let me go back to the card. Enough Conan talking, enough. Goddamn what ifs, damn you. That she is a really good what if. That's what we're gonna do. Let's finish this fucking card overview. I love a good what if. I love blurry as shit. I love talking about good what if scenarios, but let's finish talking about this goddamn card. Let's do it. We were at count off who needs it was a bullshit robbery. Should have been a draw or 29-27 Yiza. Count off with garbage. Yiza is not very good. And yeah, bullshit. Next. Then we move up to the prelims, which began with Johnson McAuliffe versus Oban Elliott. Yeah, both these guys suck. Oban was actually doing really good, winning the entire fight until he wasn't. He, for some reason, and got in the clinch with McAuliffe. McAuliffe threw him on the ground, rear naked choked him when he was clearly losing the fight. And yeah, good shit by McAuliffe. Is the dude good? No. We can goddamn call a spade there. The dude striking looked like he had never thrown a punch in his goddamn life. I've never seen someone wing shots as blindly and wildly, but, you know, he still got the win because Oban Elliott's fucking terrible. Yeah, good for McAuliffe. I think he's going to get destroyed by someone decent. He called out Neil Magny. I'll say right fucking now, they booked him and Neil Magny. I'm picking Neil Magny for sure. But, you know, maybe it was an off night. I don't know. Oban's career is pretty much done. I think he'll be back in Cage Warrior or wherever the fuck he came from. Quit PFL. He didn't come from there, but he'll probably go there. He'll probably be back over. He'll probably be going there sooner than later because, yeah, dude sucks. You can't be this Welsh gangster if you're goddamn losing. You can keep trying to be Chael Sonnen when, fuck, even taking the memes aside, Chael looks like a goddamn champion and fucking was closer to being a champion than Oban will ever fucking be. The dude's just not that good. And for McAuliffe, I think he'll get fraud checked later in the year if he stays active. Again, if they did book him and fucking Neil Magny, there's no world I'm picking Jonathan McAuliffe. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they probably saw the same thing I did here, and they're like, yeah, this guy's not that good. Let's baby him a bit more. So, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will feed him to the Shark Tank out of welterweight sooner than later. And if they do, I'm not picking McAuliffe because again, I did not see a very good fighter here. So, not very much else to say there. Then we had my most satisfying, bad pick of the night, wrong pick. Second week in a row, I gotta start picking biasly again. We have Jake versus Torres. When you don't know how to do this, Jacob Malkoon beat the living shit out of Torres Finney. Probably should have been stopped in between round 2 and 3. Finney fucked up his leg, was getting destroyed, was never going to get a finish in round 3. Got exposed, quote, quote, even though we already knew he sucked. And got beat here, his O taken, made Jacob Malkoon look like a competent MMA fighter, which might be the biggest sin of all. And, yeah, he sucks. We already knew that Jacob Malkoon's not good either, but he was better here, because again, Torres Finney sucks. Not really a lot to say there. Not a great fight. I did enjoy watching Torres get beat up, but that wasn't really that great. And yeah, I'm definitely happy to get this one wrong. I need to be biased again with my picks. I picked Patty and Torres that I just thought they were going to win, hoping they would lose. I had to pick biased again because that had been 2 more picks I got right. So, here's what it is, and there you go. Then for a pick that everyone should have got right, even though this man tried to lose this fight, Cam Ralston versus Cody Brundage. God, Cam Ralston sucks. He struggled with Cody Brundage pretty fucking much. Got cracked a few times, was bleeding a bit. At a very close-ish round 1, but then he started to take over, got the ground and pound finish in round 2, and yeah, not really too much to say there. Ralston is shit and will get beat by any top 50 middleweight. Cody Brundage is Cody Brundage. I don't think I need to tell you that he's terrible. I think it's a rite of passage that he's horrendous. And, yeah, he got handed an easy win. Looked fucking terrible, but still got the win. And, yeah, that's about the long and short of it for Cam Ralston. So, next. Then we ended the prelims with Billy Alacana versus Junior Tafa. The fun little round 1, Alacana got dropped badly, but he was able to survive and come back, and then he kind of just took it to Tafa in round 2, hurt him, took him down, submitted him, shocker. Billy Alacana gets the win. Junior Tafa is still shit. The Tafa brothers are still shit. Don't know how he got closer to finishing Alacana than Igbo or fucking Gushkov, but you know, sure. And, yeah, the good one for Alacana. Dude's probably a top 20 light heavyweight, and that says more about light heavyweight than does anything else, to be honest, I would say. And, yeah, are we finally done with the Tafas? Please, can we fucking get rid of these fucks? One's gone, can we get rid of the other? Is it wishful thinking? Probably. They suck. Alacana's fine. Never would have thought Alacana would be the best of the 4 winners here. What did that fucking tell you? And, yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say. Yeah, the prelims kinda sucked, not gonna lie. Road to UFC fights were fine. Michaela 4, fine. Other 4, shitty robbery. Not the worst. Probably the best of these final 3. Sucked. It was okay, I guess. So, you know, a very, not eventful mixed bag of And, yeah, not really much else to say there. Let's get to the main card, shall we? Beginning with a fight that was barely a fight and more just literally this dude practicing his wrestling. We had Quillen Salkeld versus Jamie Mularkey. Yeah, Salkeld pretty much just used this fight to practice his grappling. That is fucking amazing. Yeah, he pretty much just grappled Mularkey until he finished him. Good on Salkeld again. He literally just used Mularkey as a wrestling dummy, which is again fucking hilarious. And yeah, Quillen's great. I say let him step in and fight Moicano at 326. I see no fucking reason not to, but I guess that some things are too good to be true, so we'll see. He literally took no damage here. I see, again, no reason not to let him go fight Moicano at 326, but whatever. And, yeah, respect to Mularkey for stepping in. Happy he got out of this fight without really much damage. And, yeah, pretty simple. Not much else to say. Then the poor excuse for a fight that we talked about earlier. How the fuck was this even allowed? UFC should be ashamed for booking this shit. We have Talashin Teixeira versus Tai Tuivasa. Double alliteration here. TT versus TT, and both are shitty. Yeah, I don't need to say much here. This is might be the worst fight I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And neither dude has a skill in their goddamn body. Tuivasa is allergic to everything that involves not being a fat fuck. Talashin Teixeira literally has no fucking talent. And, yeah, they suck. That, again, I truly believe that was a fight so bad that if both got cut, I doubt many people would be upset, so Yeah, and the good of this fight, Tuivasa's finally gonna be gone. Good riddance. And yeah, what else was I really saying? Then we had Mauricio Ruffi versus Rafael Fiziev. Well, can we please stop pretending Rafael Fiziev is a top contender now when he's never really been that good? What the fuck was he doing in this fight? You have every fucking advantage in the book in the wrestling department, and you don't use it. You get chin because you suck, and that's that. Good job, dickhead. Rufy still sucks. I don't care what anyone says. Fiziev is fucking shitty. We can finally stop pretending he's any bit of a top guy, and instead he's just, let's be honest, not that good. And yeah, one of those there to really say. Next, fucking, they both, that fight sucked anyway, and then the knockout was what it was. They both suck. Next. Speaking of lightweight battle where both guys suck, the next fight, the co-main, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Dan Hooker. I'm so shocked Benoit actually struggled with Dan Hooker. Why the fuck did he struggle in this fight? Round 1, Hooker actually won the round pretty clearly and beat up Benoit. But then Benoit figured, oh yeah, I can just take him down and beat him. So he did. It took him about 4 minutes to realize I can just TKO him here. Instead, he sucked at a goddamn arm triangle for like 2 minutes. But you know, he's not the brightest. And eventually he was like, oh yeah, let me just fucking punch him. So he did, got TKO. And yeah, Benoit, not good. Still think he's a fraud. And he'll get destroyed by a lot of the top guys. Hooker, can you just fucking hang it up, buddy? Go to BKFC or some shit, please. Please, fuck off already. I don't need to see you fight again, but, you know, we can't get rid of you. Cause you're fucking butt buddies of Izzy and Volk and all of them, so. Oh joy. Yeah. Benoit, for some reason, struggled here. Finished them in the end. And that's about that. And then the main event, which we talked about plenty, not gonna waste much here. We don't want to appear when we talk about his tough, but he's a horrible fighter. Can we just admit, and I came to this conclusion last night, and I think even more so the fight tonight, can we just admit that Poirier fight made his career and made everyone pretend he's good? Without take away that Poirier fight, what the fuck is Dan Hooker's that's not a slur, YouTube. Dan Hooker's legacy. Paul Felder win, most people think he lost, and his best win being, I don't even, what would Dan Hooker's best win be? Gamrot? About that he lost to everyone else. He lost to Jason Knight somehow, who was somehow younger than he is, even though he looks fucking 50. Yeah, Poirier made Dan Hooker's career. I think we can just admit that. Poirier and being butt buddies with Izzy and Volk. Hooker has never been a top 10 guy in this division. I think he's barely top 15, if he's even top 15. So they tried against Hooker with the top 10 fighter with beating Turner and Gamrot. Most people don't even think he beat Gamrot, even though he did. And Jalen Turner sucks. Like, I would clean out. Like, I try to remember Dan Hooker's last couple wins. Mateusz Gamrot sucks. Jalen Turner sucks. Claudio Puelles, where he was the underdog. I think Paul Felder, which most people think he lost. Ali Aquinta, and then before, like, he had the win over Gilbert Burns at fucking lightweight. So it's like, I don't know. Fiziev screwed my picks. And I think what we're saying right now about Hooker applies to Fiziev as well. People try and convince you he is the top fucking lightweight. For doing what? Beating RDA? Did I miss what the fuck Fiziev did to become a top lightweight? I've always thought of this dude as overrated as fuck. Like, what the fuck is this dude? What has Fiziev ever done to fucking be a top lightweight? Hooker's done more. What the fuck has Fiziev ever done to be considered a top lightweight? Take 5 rounds to finish an ancient RDA? Beat Brad Riddell? Am I missing? Oh my god, he beat Moicano. what the fuck? Lose to Gaethje twice? Like, not. I think Fizzy has a better fighter than Hooker, but let's fucking be honest. What the fuck has he ever done to be considered top lightweight? Like, what? Who the fuck has he beat? Yo, what's up, Toner? I was trying to read what fucking name that. I was like, who the fuck is that? Tone, brother. Good to see you. Oh, first time in a long time. Hope you're doing good. That's all you were already locked into our NBA playoffs. Oh, good for you there. Yeah, good to see you, Tony. Hope you're doing good, brother. Yeah, like, I think tonight really was an interesting night. What's up, bro? Not much, just finishing up yapping about this card. We'll talk about a little more things before we get out of here. Just yapping with y'all. And, yeah, you know, the vibes. So, it's weird. People are actually in my chat. Thank you for letting me free for one day, YouTube. Let people actually can find my shit. Yeah, and of course the latest I've been live in like 2 months. But yeah, like I think tonight was a really, hopefully, eye-opening thing for people. Hooker and Fizzy have always been kind of just not what the fuck they have been hyped up to be. I just got home from work. Was working since 1 p.m. Yeah, you didn't miss much. You picked a good day to miss fights. If I had to say, and unless you're gonna rewatch the full card, which you shouldn't, there's not much to go back and rewatch. Don't waste time with the main event. If you saw the first one with Volkan Lopez, you think of a shittier version of that. Benoit was alright. You can, if you want to see that. Roofy was fine. Watch that. And the knockout, at least the rest of the fight sucked. I would not wish watching this fight on my worst enemy. Sal killed if you want to see him bitch out Malarkey on the ground. This was pretty meh. This sucked. This was, you know, whatever. This was alright. You can go back and I would say watch this. The Michaela fight was alright. Don't waste your time. It was a robbery. And then, if you want, this was alright. This was good. Watch this. This was fun. And then, yeah, that's another if you want. It was not the worst, but wasn't amazing. So, there you go. There's a little homework or rewind. Unless you want to watch the whole card, which then you'll really fucking regret it. So, yeah. It was worse than last week's card. It was not good at all. It was very mediocre. I think that's a very light way to put it. It was mediocre. So, what can't Lopez beat Volk? I mean, I picked Volk, but damn, I didn't think he'd win again. Yeah, Lopez can't beat him again. If like I don't know. Yeah, we talked about that for like an hour earlier. He does not fight the same against Volk that he does everyone else. Again, like you don't even need to rewatch the fight that from tonight, because think about the first fight, but worse, more dominant for Volk. Lopez is super gun shy against Volk, and no one can understand why. He keeps trying to fucking submit him, which never works because Volk is unsubmittable. That's still not a word, but whatever. And again, he's just fucking gun shy on the feet. So watch it though. You're gonna regret it. It was worse than the first fight. It's a dumbered down version of the worst fight. There's no big moments. So, but that's up to you. I mean, what are you watch? I give what I would say I would rewatch or all that. But if you want to rewatch the fight, you're gonna be extremely disappointed. I would rather rewatch Patty Gaethje because it was fucking better. You're just gonna see Volk win a pretty boring 4-1 fight. So, but yeah. If that's what people, that's what I was expecting, to be honest. So I'm not disappointed. I'm just still annoyed that Volk is boring. What place I finish in? Didn't even look. I'll tell you. Ryder Valley. Let me take a look. Damn, Blind Beauty finished 5th. Was there that many black guys to pick? How many did she pick? There wasn't many. So she picked Taurus Finney, that was an L. So that, yeah, she only, well, I guess when she's not picking bias, I guess she can do pretty decent. Um. Oh, you finished seventh, Chrome. Good shit. 9 correct. So you got what Fiziev? I'm guessing the in a road UFC fights wrong. I don't know. Like, I'm guessing you picked and probably Yiza. I would imagine you picked him. I'm guessing you probably got these right, and then I'm guessing you got most of these right outside of Fiziev. So I would imagine I would click and look, but I don't want my computer to goddamn implode on it, so I can't do goat milk. Why? You didn't do picks? I'm not letting you, locking you out. Why did you not? Why can you not do the milk, my brother? Goat milk is life. D-Rest finished 26th. Moth finished 25th. I messaged Mark last week, no problem, but wouldn't load up at all. Really? Computer's fucking up? Computer's fucking up. Yeah, I have not had issues. I've only had like one issue with this site ever, and that's when they took one of my picks away, which I guess happened to Chrome many times last year, but that seems like it got fixed over time. So, yeah, I haven't had really any issues. Thankfully, knock on wood. Tropic Tom is I'm not even watching the fights. Yeah. I finished 37th. Yeah, there's probably a lot of people guessing and just accidentally doing fucking good. Respect to them, I guess. Who else did good? I wonder who's gonna win Go Milk first, Moss or his son. His son has an account, right? I mean, do both his kids have an account? They'll probably win before he fucking does. They probably have a better percentage than I fucking do. So, great. I suck. I had a terrible night. Smokey on his own card had finished 40th. Pale had a really terrible night, 38th. Also, they gave two of the win at first, then went back and changed. Really? Huh. How fucking weird. Who do you got in the Super Bowl? More than likely Seattle blows them out, but I've been saying since the beginning that New England's gonna win it all, so I'm gonna fucking stick with that. But yeah, Seattle probably beats their fucking ass senseless. We'll be talking about that on Tuesday. I know Chrome's cannot care less. Huh. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't do great. Again, I don't know. Oh yeah, Tone, they only let you do one pick. You got it right. Yeah, sucks. At least, hey, if you want to look at it this way, if you would have made if you would have had a bad night of picks, then you can look at it as a blessing that you didn't take all those L's. But if you were not, you make good picks, then yeah, you can be pissed off. So, thankfully, I get lucky. And plus, I know a bunch of workarounds. Like if it wasn't working on my computer, I could try it on a few other things. So one way or another, I'm getting my picks in every week, for better or fucking worse. And yeah, 37. Chrome, are you a Pats fan? Yes, he is a Patriots and a Thunder fan. Patriots, Thunder, and Sooners, with a little bit of Tampa Bay sprinkled in there for Baker. Yeah. So, we don't talk about, well, actually we do talk about my team since we have a Pro Bowl quarterback. Thank you. Your team had a good thoughts though. Your team had a great year, Tone. I don't think I've seen you since before the Bears game. So you're probably still recovering from that fucking game. I don't blame you. Yeah, they had a good year. I won't be shocked if Chicago's in the Super Bowl next year. They're good. Get a little bit better. They're fucking good. So I would not be shocked at all if Caleb was in MVP talks next year. He just needs to learn how to play three more quarters instead of just a fourth. But he's the Iceman for a reason. But yeah, I don't know. Football next week. Gonna be Super Bowl. Pro Bowl? Did they do Pro Bowl shit today, or was it just tomorrow? I doubt anyone knows or cares. It's the Pro Bowl. It's the most meaningless bullshit in the world. So who gives a fuck? It's NBA All-Star Week next week. Even though on my never pick list. Yeah, I don't blame you there. They'll probably give him a layup next time. I could see him fighting like damn. Who did I see him like fucking Grant Dawson or whatever? No, we'll see what they do with Fazeev. You know, he could go down to featherweight. You know, he'd be drained as fuck. I hope he does go down to featherweight because he would be fucking dead. No, I have no idea. Yeah, trust me, no one does. I mean, do they even air the Pro Bowl on TV? Where is Giannis going? Chrome's worried about this answer. If it's somewhere that hopefully not San Antonio or Oklahoma is not back to back. But I think Giannis is going to the Knicks more than likely. I think it's going to involve. I won't be shocked if it's a 3-way deal. Them, New York, and like some other team, because if they're gonna send out Miles Turner, they probably will take Cat, or if someone will take Cat. So yeah, I would say the Knicks more than likely. Atlanta, I don't see it. Like me and Chrome talked about the Thunder being an option, but I don't see why you would mess with a good thing. And I guess Lou Dort is in trade talks. If you could get Giannis for Lou Dort, Case and Wallace, and fucking picks, I would do that in a goddamn heartbeat. They have too many injuries. If all you have to give up for Giannis is Lou Dort, like Case and Wallace, and picks, I would do that before fucking in the but. I just struggle to see that being the only shit you give up. So, it'd be cool. You guys would literally win like 4 championships in a row, but it might be too good to be true. Maybe y'all are part of this 3-team deal. Maybe you get like Cat or some bullshit. Miles Turner, you get a good bench big man, but I doubt it. I think Oklahoma City's gonna stay as is, and I think it's going to be the Knicks probably getting in Morgan, maybe Atlanta, but I don't see the point. And I don't know who else would really go for him. Like, I'm trying to think the rest of the league, and like I said, I'll probably, especially if Giannis gets traded on Thursday, I'll probably do a trade deadline stream on Thursday night. But yeah, I'm trying to think like what other team outside of the Spurs, but I feel like that's too insane. It's hurt right now. Yeah, but y'all already know you're going to be the best team, so let everyone rest up, chill. You're not going to fall out of, at worst, a 2nd seed, so just relax. But maybe y'all are the ones to make the move. I'd say the only ones in talks are the Hawks, the Knicks, the Thunder, and the Spurs. Maybe the Warriors, but I don't even know what the fuck they would give Milwaukee. You don't want Johnson Kuminga. You don't fucking want a one-legged Jimmy Butler. You can't trade Draymond if no one fucking wants that douchebag. And if you split him up from Steph, he might retire. So what are you gonna give them? Fucking, I don't even, who the fuck is Pods? That Podshevsky guy? And what, you gonna give him Podshevsky, Kuminga, and picks? Fuck, I'd rather get something from goddamn New York. Warriors and Heat. Heat maybe, but my guy, do you really want Tyler Hero? A guy who never plays? Were you gonna get Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, and picks? I don't hate it. So I'm intrigued. I'm very fucking intrigued. That's easily the biggest thing of the trade deadline. Unless there's something else I'm forgetting. I want to get again Karl Anthony Towns, depending on what the fuck goes on with him. I know the Cavs just traded DeAndre Hunter for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Not sure how to feel about that. I've never really liked Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. I've heard it's okay, so that's alright. Making a trade with the Kings, that's never a good goddamn sign, is it? So, we'll see. We'll fucking see. I'm excited for his trade deadline. It's the best part of the NBA season, if we're being honest. So, guys realized you have a 69% pick percentage. A, nice, and B, nice. And yeah, again, if we get big trades on Thursday, then I'll do a fucking stream on Thursday and talk about them. Warriors regret getting Jimmy now. Yeah, because once you really get out of Jimmy a few good games, well, not a few good games, but like what, half a season, 50-ish games out of that. Now you got a one-legged Jimmy Butler in his mid 30s who is on decline, and you can't move because who the fuck would take him? So again, if somehow they can fleece him onto Milwaukee for Giannis, good. But A, I fucking doubt he wants to go to Milwaukee. And B, why the fuck would they want him when he's not playing till next year? So I don't know. Like I'm trying to think where else could Giannis go. I think those are the only options. Like Detroit comes to mind, but why the fuck would they fuck with a good thing? They're probably in contention for going to the finals. Boston doesn't have the pieces or would want to trade the pieces that they do got. Charlotte, what the fuck are they gonna give you? LaMelo? Memphis, what are you gonna get? Ja? Why the fuck would you want that? Minnesota would be fun because it would probably be one of the most fun because Giannis and Ant would be fucking awesome together. But I really struggle to see what the fuck they would give up there. Again, San Antonio would be the scariest outcome if he somehow became a goddamn Spur. Y'all are fucked, but I struggle to see that happening. What's up, NW110S7? I can't see your username. Let me see if I can. I don't have another thing open. I fucking hate this. That thing. That pisses me off, but I have to trade Ant for team for Giannis. My mic cut out. Very sorry. Very sorry. I just dropped the screen share at this point. We got. Yeah, they would, because of that stupid tier cap, yeah, they would have to give up so fucking much to get Giannis there that, I mean, I don't even know how possible it would even be to do such a fucking thing. So, good luck to them. So, no way, yeah. Yeah, that's the big problem with a lot of teams. Giannis is on a gigantic deal, so trading for him is close to damn near impossible. And you gotta pick somewhere he actually wants to go because obviously you don't want to have your big new player pissed off and all that. So win-wins there. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll fucking see. I can't wait. I'm very excited for the deadline. It's again the only part of the NBA season actually worth a goddamn. So yeah. Let me see if I can. I'm going through a lot to see a goddamn username. Might so. But shout out to new homie in chat. We're gonna see new people in chat. And yeah, time for NBA trade deadline. Fights were for what they were today, not very good. And yeah, that's about the long and short of that. I would have to say. So yeah, we'll see where Giannis goes, man. We'll see where Giannis goes. Well, another thing, you gotta take his 10 brothers with him as well, wherever the fuck he goes. So that's another loss for whatever team has to take him. You gotta take his 12 brothers who look like they've never touched a basketball. So, that's not helpful either. But, oh, and that's just his username, NW10. Oh, sweet. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, brother. Always good to new people in chat. I hope he comes to the Knicks. Yeah, I think that's probably very possible again, because y'all have the pieces. So, again, you could give up Cat and something else and probably get him. So the problem with that is your front court would be pretty shitty because Mitchell Robinson's not good. But, outside of that, if you got Giannis, I think it's almost a surefire thing that JB and Giannis would easily take you to the fucking finals. And you're already pretty much gonna go to the finals with Detroit being your only real fucking test. So I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. They have that stupid apron crap where you can't have more than 2 highest ranked players. Yeah, that's fucking corny. Hell yeah, again, if a lot of teams are going to need to move a lot. That's why a 3-team deal is probably going to have to happen, because that's the only way you're going to clear up enough fucking space to even take in Giannis. So, I will not be shocked if it's a 3-team deal between the Bucks, the Knicks, and the Hornets, or some fucking bullshit, because, again, how the fuck... The Knicks might be the only team that could actually just trade straight up, and even then, I'm not sure what Cat's contract is, but that might be the only thing that could kind of fucking get you Giannis without having to do so much else around it. So we'll see, though. I'm intrigued. I can't fucking wait, like I said, and yeah, pretty fucking simple there. So yeah. And then, yeah, you're right. Oh, God, we've been on 90 minutes. Let me bring up screen share one more time because I just want to rant about one more little thing that pissed me off today. Probably more than the UFC could really even did, for being fucking honest. We'll cut out for a second. Bear with me. Are we good? Cool. Yeah, and I know if you're gonna roll their eyes at this, but I don't give a fuck. Giannis said a Supermax player, so you'd have to trade another Supermax player for him, or a bunch of draft picks. Yeah, no teams with Supermax players are going to be trading their Supermax player, so that's kind of the issue there. So it's going to be a bitch. I think that trade's gonna involve a lot of moving parts. We're gonna have to wait and see which ones move. So I'm intrigued. I'm very excited. But the last thing I'll talk about tonight was another thing I was excited for today, but it disappointed me and made me sad. Yeah, yes, I know, fake wrestling, door shop. I don't care. It still annoys me. Does it have to do? Yes, Toner. How did you know? Yeah, actually, I think you two are won't laugh because I know Chrome likes wrestling or knows it. And Tone, we've talked about wrestling before. Yeah, this shit pissed me off today. I think this was more disappointing than the UFC because I actually had high hopes for this. But that bald fraud fucked it up again. Well, I'll talk around the Rumble. The AJ retirement was good. That match was great. Drew McIntyre is boring, but whatever. You always need a piss break. But let's get to my issues. Issue A and issue B. Yeah, I'm not happy with how this went. Let's start with the female Rumble because it's a lot easier to complain about. It fucking sucked. No surprises. Oh my bad, Brie Bella. A shitty winner. Why Liv Morgan? Someone who didn't need it, don't want it. Raquel should have won it, but still the same storylines. Same storylines, the same goddamn fucking people at the top. We'll talk about Aquaman in a second. Oh damn, Styles retired, yeah. So that was the highlight of the match was great. AJ's a legend, etc. The Rumbles is where everything got terrible. The female Rumble sucked. Again, a shitty winner. I've never thought much of Liv Morgan. Yeah, she's hot. Good job. Can you wrestle? There were so many better options. Again, no surprises, no fucking nothing. Yeah, not thrilled with that. Just a shitty match, boring. But The men's one was better. I think the men's rumble was much more entertaining. I thought it was very fun. And then they fucked it in the end, having Roman win, who is the last human on the goddamn roster who needed to win the Rumble. Liv won, yeah, Liv won the Royal Rumble. Shouldn't have. But I guess that's where being decently good looking gets you. Good for her, I guess. Actually, no, fuck her. Not like that. But she says wrong winner. Whatever. Speaking of wrong winners, Aquaman, Roman fucking Reigns. Ugh. Roman's a legend, won the greatest of all time. Why the fuck did he win a Rumble in 2026 when he doesn't fucking need it? Where he could literally just goddamn ask for a title match and probably get it. Ugh. They don't fucking move on. Triple H's biggest fucking weakness is few years booking now is he sucks at booking Rumbles. He doesn't do surprises or returns or cool shit. He does predictable lame winners and Video for getting pulled over. Yeah, that's a fucking funny one. So, yeah, that is funny. But she did bounce back from that. Good for her. But, yeah, fucking Roman Reigns, man. Roman fucking Reigns. It's so fucking annoying. Man, the actual men's rumble was a pretty good match overall, but Oba is great. He is the future. The Braun Breaker part was fucking retarded. They hate LA Knight. At least it wasn't Cody. Because of Cena and Cody, I kind of forgot about Roman. He never fucking shows up. He's a goddamn part-timer, man, which is understandable. He's Roman fucking Reigns. He can do that. But it's like, why? Doing the clown return? Fine, might as well. Actually not far off in some regards. But, like, Roman's great, again, won the greatest of all time, blah da 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 da, but he had his peak. You could just have him be a fucking cool match. I mean, you're not in the title match. Why? He has cancer. He had cancer or leukemia, but that's like fucking 9 years now. Like that was 7 years ago. Now he doesn't fucking need it, man. I don't get it. Like he would be better off just being in a singles match. I mean, yeah, not for a goddamn belt. But, why have nice things? I don't know. Rumble pissed me off. I thought it was fucking lame. It was disappointing. UFC I can't call disappointing because I had no hopes for it because I thought the card sucked. Anyway, this is actually disappointing, and I actually had a feeling they would fuck it up. I knew they were gonna fuck up the female Rumble. It was everything else where it's like, okay, they could do good with this, but they just fucked it up. I don't know what else to really goddamn say there. You have to bend the knee to a cancer survivor. He held the belt for 4 goddamn years. Literally, I swear to fucking God. So I think we've given him enough. Jesus. One thing I liked about the Rumble was always the surprises and legends. Well, about that, no. Over the 2 Rumbles, I would say there was a combined, I'm gonna say, we'll say 4 to 5 in the female, maybe 11 surprises overall, and I'm really pushing that number being generous. Most of it was not a surprise. Should have been 10 years. It goddamn felt like it. Yeah, Roman had his moments. The fucking long title reign. Tribal Chief, ooh, he's amazing. Hogan's casket and fucking piss on it. That's what they should fucking do. The good thing that motherfucker's resting in piss. But, yeah, I don't know what to say. Pissed me off. Yeah, outside of the Gunther AJ match, which was phenomenal because Gunther was the best wrestler in the world. The rest sucked. The men's match was good, but the winner was lame. And Sergeant Slaughter, fuck. That motherfucker is still kicking. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. I think he actually follows me on Twitter. But he follows everyone on Twitter. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely disappointed. Yeah, here's some of the things. So, the guy from AEW debuted, Bellows. No. Uh, ah, ah. They must not trying to have Undertaker digging at Macho Man Hulk Hogan. Fuck, yeah. Well, don't worry. No, they still are because they were fucking doing, the new video game will have an Attitude Era edition because we haven't done that 30 goddamn times and fucking everything else. It's like, I love wrestling, I always fucking will, but god do they make it hard sometimes too, so, yeah. Not a good day in sports overall. The Rumble was disappointing, UFC was lackluster on a good day. Um, the Cavs trade for Dennis fucking Schroeder. Yeah, I'm not happy about today, and I started recording a goddamn recap for this dumbass card. It's already 3 a.m. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. So, I don't know. Yeah, if we have nothing tomorrow sports-wise, Santino come back and see if he could beat the quick. It's a funny thing, Santino actually has been on TV a few times in the last year because he now runs Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever you want to fucking call it. So he actually has been on TV a few times. I think he just had a match in TNA a few months ago. So, that'd be funny, but yeah, they're not going to do that. And, yeah, so. But, yeah, today a very awkward, not a great day in sports. Real or fake, which ones are which, you tell me. And, yeah, nothing tomorrow. Pro Bowl, ooh, NBA, ooh. So, yeah, not really shit to go on tomorrow. So, let's just sit back and relax, enjoy it. For everyone who didn't get to watch the fights, at least they have free time to rewatch the card. I used to like Santino. He grew on me over time, but, yeah, it never was a favorite, but, again, he grew on me. And, it was one of my favorites to watch. Dude was always hilarious. Yeah, he was very funny. So, you always have comedy guys around, so always good too. Now it's R-Truth's job, so and he's fucking phenomenal at it as well. So, the man who is fucking ageless, the man who literally hung out with Tupac, or does that tell you? And, yeah, so, I don't know, weird day in sports, and, yeah, sorry, there's anything else really to say? God, it just turned 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. Is there any other news I'm forgetting? No, not that I can think of. Tomorrow I'll do the Hangover stream to this card, and we'll talk about UC Vegas 1, whatever the fuck. So, yeah. I can imagine Santino and Goldust would be the funniest match ever. Yeah, that would be fucking insane. So, fuck them, just have them do a goddamn promo together. So, no, that would be very funny. So, but they did miss the boat on that, it would seem. But yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Weird day in sports. Nothing tomorrow. Be live again. A recap will come out sometime tomorrow. And I'm not looking forward to recording that shit. And probably within an hour I'll start it. Yeah. So his impersonations were gold. Yeah, they really were. It was very fucking funny to look back. And yeah, I really. Much else to say. Shout out to Toner and Cromer for going. Well, Chrome going all night, Tone going for a while. Shout out to you fucking legends. It's weird to actually have people in chat for once. Can see Tone back. Good. Talking to Chrome for like the fourth time this week. We're not playing Call of Duty during it, and so, yeah, they were like we fooled around Booker T, followed around Booker T, trying to be the Rock. Yeah, that was he was fucking funny, man. They always have a good comedy guy around in every era. So, let's see. Well, I think you're outside of that one guy who dropped in for 30 seconds. I think you two are the only ones in chat tonight. I can't even fucking find the guy. Buried in like right in the middle of chat. There's NW10 7 S7. Shout out to him. And yeah, that was about really all I gotta say for tonight. I'm tired. I gotta record a recap. The longest stream I've had in like a month. And shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Had a great fucking night with y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed. I tried my best to talk about the card, talk about Royal Rumble, NBA, Gold Milk, everything and everything. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. And yeah, not really much else to say. So, I think there's anything else to say that I know of. I'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll start a new week. Yeah, so hope everyone's staying warm because it's cold. It's getting warmer. It's not as cold as it was during the week, but it's getting better. And yeah, stay warm. And hope everyone had a good start to the weekend. Have a great Sunday. Vibing and all that good shit. And see what tomorrow brings us. The first football is Sunday since like September or August. Have fun. Hope y'all enjoyed. Booker Rockhold does. Yeah, I think that's just comedy all around with those three. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, subscribe. 200 goal by the end of 2026. It's officially February. It's Chrome's month. Yeah, can't believe it's already fucking February. And yeah, all I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am. As always. Oh, God, it's weird talking for this long again, streaming. As always. RX. Out. Good vibes. Only.